Yeah, Thor Dagkow here. It's this week on Blu-ray and DVD. 3 titles to tell you about today, and they're all great films. We start with perhaps the best one. 10 nominations at the Oscars. Sandra Bullock, George Clooney in, yes, one of the best of the year, Gravity. Have a look.
Put a bow on it, Dr. Stone.
I can't. The board is still initializing.
I'm not going to ask you again.
1 second.
Not 1 second, now. Shut it down. That's an order.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done.
Kowalski, initiate emergency.
Yes, probably technically the best-looking space movie ever put on film. Director Alfonso Cuarón said years later, when people watched this, he wanted them to not be able to tell the difference between a motion picture and some IMAX footage of the actual space station or footage that you had actually shot out in outer space. It's amazing stuff. I had some issues with the writing of Gravity, but it is a wild 90-minute thrill ride that was really harkening back to the old days of movie theaters, and it got people fired up about going to the theater and seeing a nice tight package again, and it's got a lot of tension in this movie. Maybe one too many metaphors in the film, but it is a beautifully crafted film. It's very elegant, and it is a passion project for Cuarón. Now you want to get the Blu-ray because it is jam-packed with the making of features, which are astounding. They were able to capture some of the footage using robotic cameras that are essentially used on assembly lines to make cars. Incredible stuff there. There's also a Collision Point special, The Race to Clean Up Space, which is narrated by Ed Harris. His voice is also featured in the movie. A short film by Jonas Cuarón, who is Alfonso's son, who helped him write the screenplay. This is also supposed to be an accompanying supplement to the end of the movie. If you know what I'm talking about, it has to do with Sandra Bullock's conversation with the guy in the radio. There's gravity mission control, shot breakdowns, and as I say, great insight into how they actually made this, because it is astounding. I mean, look at it. Clooney and Bullock do an awesome job in it. So Gravity, don't let this one pass you by. Going to get a lot of technical attention when it comes Oscar time. Next, Marvel's at it again with Thor: The Dark World, the Thor sequel, and Chris Hemsworth is back, and he has to defend Asgard and the other realms from the evil Malekith, the Dark Elf. Check it out.
I've got this completely under control.
Is that why everything's on fire?
Yeah, love it. This one's full of great humor, and the cast is back with a few slight tweaking changes. You may notice with Thor's buddies there, they had a couple of different cast members, but that's okay. Natalie Portman's back as the love interest. A lot of this one takes place in London, in the human realm, and Christopher Eccleston plays Malekith, the Dark Elf. Now, his character could have used a little more development, but I thought he was a formidable villain. This one looks great. It's directed by Alan Taylor, who comes from Game of Thrones. So right off the bat, you've got good action, you've got that medieval flavor to it, and it still had the humor that made the first Thor so memorable. I don't know, when you compare them both, I think the first one still might have been a bit stronger, but I enjoyed the final battle in Thor: The Dark World, and it looks stunning on Blu-ray as well. Great features, too, on the Blu-ray. You've got a very funny gag reel, a first look at Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which is the next Marvel movie hitting theaters, a brother's journey, Thor and Loki. It's a 30-minute featurette going behind the scenes with the filmmakers and the cast to explore those two iconic characters, because Tom Hiddleston is just great as Loki in this one. He's got a lot more room to sort of flex his muscle. It's not as crowded as the Avengers. And also scoring Marvel's Thor, a look at the acclaimed composer Brian Taylor and how he created the stunning score for the movie. So check it out, Thor: The Dark World. Great effects, good action, some drama in there, some romance, something for everyone if you're a Marvel fan, and it was a great follow-up to the first one. Finally, we leave you with a drama that's in black and white, and this is also getting a lot of Oscar attention. Alexander Payne's Nebraska. Just a wonderful road trip film starring a career-topping performance by 77-year-old Bruce Dern. Have a look.
How did you and Mom end up getting married?
She wanted to.
You didn't?
I figured, what the hell?
Were you ever sorry you married her?
All the time. Could have been worse.
Well, you must have been in love. At least at first.
Never came up.
Yeah, and Will Forte in that scene from Saturday Night Live and MacGruber fame, who is doing a little bit of dramatic territory in this one, and he's very good at it. He plays Bruce Dern's adult son. They embark on a journey to claim a $1 million prize because Bruce Dern thinks he's won one of these lotteries that's really a scam. But his son takes him on the road trip, sort of a road to redemption, as it were. This is being hailed as a masterpiece by many people. Check out the Academy Awards it's up for. Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Original Screenplay, Best Supporting Actress for June Squibb, who's in that scene there, and Best Cinematography. The black and white is so stunning. It is such a great, witty screenplay and a wonderful slice of life of middle America with a beautiful examination of great characters. And Alexander Payne, who gave us Sideways and About Schmidt and The Descendants, just continues his cavalcade of wonderful Americana films. The guy is truly a genius, and he's so good at capturing the pathos and the humor and blending those brilliantly in such realism. And Nebraska is an example of that. So if you're looking to cash in before the Academy Awards on Sunday and check out some of the Best Picture ones, put this one at the top of your list. Nebraska, one of the best of the year. Stacy Keach there as well, another legend. There you have it, people. Thor Daicow. It's this week on Blu-ray and DVD. We close it out with 3 titles. Catch me on Twitter at Thor Daicow. Let me know what you thought of these movies. I'll see you next week on btvancouver.ca.